Man, if you have so much as toyed or even flirted with the idea of creating content, you need to become a content creator ASAP, okay? Don't overthink it. Just start, okay? I'm actually guilty of overthinking it myself. Just for example, today, I don't know if you can tell, I mean, my eyes are watery, my nose has been watery, and all that. And I almost gave myself the excuse to skip creating content today just because I wasn't feeling so well. I mean, I created a video earlier on in the day when I was okay, right? I did some, like, I don't know, vlog style type video where I worked out a little bit. But after that, I've just come down with I don't know what runny nose, and I almost, almost didn't want to post because I felt like, oh, maybe I might look weird. My eyes are red, like I'm high on something and all that. But I was like, screw it, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Just get started, get going, okay? That's like literally don't overthink it, okay? This is like there hasn't been a better time, okay? Or maybe there has, but right now is a time as good as ever, okay? And the one thing I want you to be aware of, okay, because obviously, I mean, your YouTube is where it's at, right? But I want you to be aware of the fact that there's opportunity beyond YouTube, okay? There's more than just YouTube, right? There's other social media platforms, but if you do decide to start creating content, I would highly encourage you, and this is my opinion, I would highly encourage you to start with YouTube, okay? YouTube, in my opinion, is hands down the best place to start. It is probably, in my opinion, as well, the hardest, right? It's probably the hardest, okay? But it is by far the most rewarding of all the other ones out there. And the reason why I told you to start on YouTube is because, there's YouTube lends itself more to longer form content, right? Which is obviously going to be harder to do when you're just starting out, especially if you're not used to speaking or talking on camera or doing stuff on camera, whatever the case may be, right? But if you can get comfortable with shooting longer videos, and then when it comes to shooting shorter videos for the which the other a lot of the other social media platforms lend themselves more to, it's going to be a breeze, right? It's going to be a breeze. If you can do something really well for a long period of time, it's going to be easier to just condense that and make it, just make shorter stuff, right? After all, you can do it for longer, right? So it should lend the reason that you would be able to do it for a shorter period of time, as opposed to starting on, like, say, the likes of Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, all the other platforms that tend to lend themselves more to short form content, right? I've seen it time and again with several creators that start on those and they do really well, right? And they're amazing and they have the following, right? And then they come to YouTube and they struggle, okay? They come to YouTube and they struggle. Whereas the other way around, I tend to notice that the ones that are big on YouTube or doing well on YouTube, when they move over to the smaller platforms, they seem to have an easier time. So that's just if you do decide to start, which I highly encourage you to, you need to become a content creator ASAP because you're leaving money on the table, right? I'm not suggesting in by any way, shape, or form that it's going to be easy or anything like that, but it's something that you should get started with, right? I used to work in 9 to 5, right? And I'm not gonna say I like it was interesting. I'm not gonna say I hated it per se, right? But what I hated more than anything is the idea that I knew that there was an opportunity out there for me to be doing more, doing bigger, doing better, right? I think that's what got to me more than anything, which I guess in essence lended or pushed me to want to resent my 9 to 5 and possibly make me want to start. Hey, I wouldn't say I hated it per se, right? I had great bosses, good coworkers, right? So this is not going to be one of those videos where I'm telling you that, oh, 9 to 5 is crap and you shouldn't be a slave, blah blah blah. If you like your 9 to 5, and there are a lot of people that do, keep at it, right? Enjoy it, right? If that's what you like, right? However, if there is any inkling for you to just not want to have to deal with it and not want to do it, you should strongly consider becoming a content creator, right? And I'm not telling you to quit your job either, right? I'm not telling you to quit your job cold turkey and then just jump out and start creating content because you're going to start making money overnight. Absolutely not. That's just not the case, okay? Maybe some people, yeah, some people have been lucky doing that, but that's not the norm. The odds are against you. I'm just being honest 100%, okay? But don't do that. If you do decide to do this, what I'd highly recommend is that it's the sort of thing that you can do on the side, right? You can do it on the side with what you're currently, what you're currently doing with your current 9 to 5, right? Start gradually, right? But try to do as much as you can, right? Try to do as much as you can while working your 9 to 5. Build your content creation business, so to speak, right? And just it's a gradual process, right? This is not an overnight thing. It's not a get rich quick, right? So do that, and then when the time is right, right? When the time is right, and only you can make that, you can make that decision. Then if it is that what you want to do, if you do want to leave your 9 to 5, then you can do so, right? Once you've gotten big enough or you're making the money that you need to be making from content creation and all the things that come alongside with it, right? Then that'll be the time to do it, okay? I'm never going to be one of those who will tell you to just quit your job cold turkey to go pursue content creation day one, unless you have like a substantial amount of money saved up to take care of it. And even with that, I wouldn't you might again, you might find that you don't necessarily like content creation. If you start doing it, you might find that it's overwhelming. But I will warn you, and I should tell you, do not expect it to be easy, okay? Do not expect it to be easy. It's simple, or it can be really simple, and you can succeed with it doing extremely simple stuff, right? But understand that you're actually going to have to put in the work, okay? I'm just being straightforward. I'm being transparent with you, okay? So again, it's one of the, like, for now, for me, right, content is something that I do. I've never necessarily considered myself a content creator per se, right? This is just something. The idea of being a content creator is something that's somewhat new to me, in the sense that everything that I have been doing has been more geared towards affiliate marketing and digital marketing. But the funny thing is, with a lot of digital marketing, especially if you're not spending money, right? Like if you're a business owner, right? Content is going to be like your new advertising currency, right? Just free, organic content and eyeballs that you can get from all over the place, right? To highlight your business, get your name out there for your whatever business it is that you have. Okay. So whether if you have your own business, brick and mortar business, whatever the case may be, mom and pop shop thing, whatever it is you're doing, real estate agent, you still want to start creating content, because it just will propel your business forward. Okay. So if you've and even if you don't have a business, you yourself, you are your own business. You are a business, right? Was it Jay-Z that said something like that? I'm not a businessman, I am a businessman, or something like that. Something along those lines. But you get the point, right? Like, you are like personal brand, right? Personal brand is big these days. So definitely jump into content creation and start doing stuff. And then let's see, what else did I have here? I just wanted to make sure I hit the main point. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to leave you with is some, I guess, success or tips for success, right? When starting out. If you're curious about, like, if you have no idea what to talk about or what to make your content on, the easiest way or the simplest way to start would be just to start creating content around what you already do. Okay. Let's just say, for instance, you do want to start creating, let's just say, for example, you do want to leave your 9 to 5, start creating content around that. Okay. And showing yourself going to work, coming back from work, and what you're doing in order to propel your content creation business forward, and just stuff centered around yourself, right? Things that you would have been doing anyway, instead of just doing them, now record yourself doing them. Like, essentially, that is content right there, okay? And the other thing that I will tell you too is, you don't necessarily have to pigeonhole yourself into one specific niche or box, right? You can, because you are the business per se, you can start out like in different areas. Like, you are the business, right? People are gonna fall in love, or they're gonna tend to like you as a person. They're gonna get to know you as a person, and whichever direction you end up going, chances are they're gonna come along with you. Okay, so you want to build that community from the start. And when you are starting out, one strong, I think, at least from everything that I've been seeing, even with myself, and I just regret that I hadn't been doing it more right from the start, is you want to be posting, creating content a lot often. Okay, really, really often. Starting out when you're new, I mean, it's hard, but like, in order to get the ball rolling and create that snowball effect, you need to, this is just this in my little humble opinion, right? I'm no big time content creator or anything, but from the little bit that I have been doing and that I'm seeing working for me, volume, right? Volume and constant production is what seems to be moving the needle for me now. For the longest time, I started creating this, I created this particular YouTube channel that you're on right now. Sorry, I started posting content on it. I think I created like the 1st of January 2023, but I started posting content. I didn't start posting content until July 16th of 2024. And I was slow, once a week here and there, maybe little marathons here and there, but it was nothing. It was just here and there, not inconsistent. But the moment that, like, majority of the growth that I have right now has come from the most recent uh couple weeks or month or so, and that has been as a result of me posting, creating a little bit, creating more. Okay, so, and the last thing I'll leave you with is patience. Okay, patience is going to be key. And if you're looking to just do this for a couple months, or a couple months, and because maybe you'd seen somebody's making, 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand a month or whatever, and they just started, like 2 weeks ago or something, and you're thinking that's going to be you as well, then you're probably going to be in for a rude awakening. All right, so patience is going to be key, and look towards the long term, right? If Don't expect anything crazy to start happening. For like, you need to have the mindset of that you're going to take this on for at least a year, right? Give it a year. I mean, if we're really being skimpy and like 6 months of the bare minimum, right, of constant effort, and constant content creation, 6 months minimum. But I would aim for a year, right? Because what happens way too often is that people jump on and then they expect to see something happen within 2 weeks. It doesn't happen, and they say, "Oh, this crap doesn't work," or it's luck, or whatever the case. Yeah, there is an element of luck involved. Who knows? Whatever the case may be. But if you want to give yourself the best possible chance, don't be that guy that stops digging towards the diamonds when you just had to dig like maybe 2 more times to hit the diamonds, and then you quit, right? Look towards the long term, right? However long it takes, take that approach and just keep going at it. Keep going at it, chipping away, chipping away. You will have your time, okay? Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you want some help and some tips, or some training that will help you get started with content creation on the different social media platforms and help you monetize it, right? Check out that first link I have in the description below this video, and also pinned in the first comment. If you're watching outside of YouTube on any of the other social platforms, check out the comments, right? I'll have the link in there as well. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll catch you in my next video. Ciao.